Karnataka, known as the land of sandalwood, rich culture, and brave kings, stands today as one of the India's most prosperous and progressive states. However, this unity and pride were not easily achieved. The unification of Karnataka was the result of decades of struggle by Kannadigas, who wished to live together under one administration and preserve their linguistic and cultural heritage. Kannada Rajyotsava, celebrated every year on November 1st, marks the day when this dream became a reality in 1956. The story of Karnataka's unification is remarkable journey of identity, unity, and pride, one that continues to inspire the generations. Before 1956, there was no single political entity called Karnataka. Instead, Kannada speaking regions were scattered across several administrative units under British and princely rule. Each part had its own rule, administrative system, and even dialectical differences. The roots of Karnataka's identity trace back to ancient times. The region known as Karnata Desha finds mention in ancient Sanskrit and Prakrit text. Great dynasties like Kadamas of Banvasi, Gangas of Talakad, Chalukyas of Badami, Rashtrakutas of Malkhed, and Hoysalas of Halebedu contributed immensely to the political and cultural development of Kannada speaking areas. These empires not only ruled vast territories but also promoted Kannada as a language of administration, literature, and culture. The Chalukyas and Rashtrakutas in particular were instrumental in making Kannada inscriptions and literature flourish. This ancient political and cultural unity laid the foundation of a shared Kannada identity. The Vijayanagara Empire, 1336 to 1565 AD, became a golden age for Kannada and other South Indian languages. Though it was a multilingual, Kannada literature, music, and architecture reached the great heights. Temples like Hampi's Virupaksha and Vittala stands as a symbol of unity in diversity. After the fall of Vijayanagara, the Kannada region came under various small rulers, including the Wadiyars of Mysore, Hyder Ali, and Tipu Sultan, the Nayakas, and later under the colonial powers. By the time the British established dominance in India, the Kannada speaking regions were divided as follows: Mysore state, ruled by the Wadiyars; Bombay Presidency, including North Karnataka, Belgaum, Dharwad, and Bijapur; Madras Presidency, including the South Canara; Hyderabad State, that is Bidar, Gulbarga, and Raichur; Coorg or Kodagu, a small province. This fragmentation created economic, administrative, and cultural barriers among Kannadigas. The desire to bring all Kannada speaking regions under one administration began to rise in the late 19th century, influenced by larger nationalist movements across India. The Karnataka Ekikarana unification movement aimed to unite all the Kannada speaking regions into one state. Early voices for unification came from intellectuals, writers, and freedom fighters who realized the importance of linguistic identity. Prominent figures like Alur Venkatrao, known as the father of Karnataka unification, played a crucial role in his famous book Karnataka Gata Vaibhava. The glorious history of Karnataka inspired many to think of united Karnataka. He traveled extensively, organizing meetings and raising awareness about the need for unity. Other leaders such as K.R. Karanth, Kuvempu, H.C. Dasappa, T. Subbanna, and S. Ninjalingappa also contributed to spreading the movement's message. India's freedom movement further strengthened the cause of linguistic unity during the freedom struggle. Kannada leaders participated actively while emphasizing the importance of Kannada culture. The formation of All India Karnataka Writers Conference and the Kannada Sahitya Parishad gave literary and cultural support to the political cause. After the India gained independence in 1947, the question of reorganizing states on a linguistic basis became urgent. Initially, the government of India hesitated, fearing it might lead to division. However, public demand grew stronger after the creation of Andhra state in 1953. To address these demands, the government appointed the State Reorganization Commission in 1953 under Fazal Ali, with members K.M. Panikar and Hridaynath Kunzru. The State Reorganization Commission studied the linguistic, cultural, and administrative aspects of each region. It recommended merging Kannada speaking areas from different states into one. Following the report, the State Reorganization Act came into effect on November 1, 1956. On November 1, 1956, the new Mysore state was formed by merging Kannada speaking areas. Initially, the unified state was known as Mysore state, which caused some discontent among people from other regions who did not identify with the Mysore name. After continued public demand, the government officially changed the name to Karnataka on November 1st, 1973. During D. Devaraja's tenure as Chief Minister, since then, November 1st is celebrated as Kannada Rajyotsava or Karnataka Rajyotsava. Kannada Rajyotsava is celebrated across the state with enthusiasm and pride. The red and yellow Kannada flag, symbolizing bravery and sacrifice, waves proudly across every town and village. The day honors not just the state formation but also the unity, language, and cultural richness of Karnataka. Karnataka is unique in many ways, from its geography to its art, music, and technological innovation. Karnataka is blessed with diverse landscapes, the Western Ghats, plains, coastal belts, and plateau. The state has famous rivers like Kaveri, Tungabhadra, Krishna, and Sharavati. The Jog Falls, Coorg Hills, and Bandipur Forest attract the tourists from all over the world. Karnataka has contributed immensely to the Indian art, music, and architecture. The Hoysala temples at Beluru and Halebeedu, the Chalukyan marvels at Aihole and Pattadkal, and the Vijayanagar monuments at Hampi are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The state's classical dance form, Yakshagana and Bharatnatyam, reflects its rich performance arts tradition. From Bisibelebath to Mysore Pak, Ragi Mudde to Neer Dosa, Karnataka's cuisine is diverse and delicious. Major festivals include Dasara of Mysore, Hampi Utsav, Kambala, Ugadi, and Vairamudi. Modern Karnataka, particularly Bengaluru, is known as the Silicon Valley of India. It is home to major IT companies, startups, and research institutions like ISRO, IISc, and HAL. The blend of tradition and technology defines the Karnataka's progress. Kannada is one of the oldest Dravidian languages, with over 2500 years of literary history. The Kaviraja Marga of 9th century was the first known work in Kannada literature. Great poets and thinkers such as Pampa, Ranna, Kuvempu, Dara Bendre, and Shivaram Karan have enriched its heritage. Kannada literature has also won 8 Gnanapita Awards, the highest number among the Indian languages. The state has produced legends like Purandara Dasa, known as the father of Carnatic music, and Puttraj Gavai, the saint musician. Folk and art forms such as Dolukunita, Viragase, and Kamsale continue to thrive. Karnataka today, a modern state with ancient roots. Karnataka stands as one of the India's leading states in education, science, and culture. It has a balanced urban progress with rural development. The government continues to promote Kannada language and culture while embracing modernity. Bengaluru, the capital, has become a global tech hub, yet traditional art and culture remain deeply rooted in daily life across the state. The unification of Karnataka is more than a political event. It is a story of cultural pride, linguistic identity, and collective vision. From the sacrifices of the leaders like Allur Venkatrao to the celebrations of Kannada Rajyotsava, each year the journey reflects the enduring spirit of unity among Kannadigas. Today, Karnataka stands tall as a symbol of progress, diversity, and heritage. A state where ancient wisdom meets modern innovation. The red and yellow flag continues to remind every Kannadiga of their shared past, cultural pride, and the promise of a bright future. Jai Karnataka, Jai Hind.